back once again to my channel. My name is Chioma. So today I'm going to be sharing my story on how a doctor told me I have breast cancer. That's what I will say. Okay, and the reason why I'm telling you this story is just also to raise awareness, because what this story is going to tell you about is all about that awareness. It's all about you being aware of yourself and knowing at least some basics that can help you to make some decisions without just rushing and all that. So I'm going to share my story with you today, and if this is something that you'll be interested in listening to, please stay back, okay? And don't forget to subscribe, click the like button and support the channel to grow. I'm going to start my story with talking about how I noticed a lump on my breast. Okay, I'm someone that likes to check myself every time, and this happened actually like more than 10 years ago. I was still serving. I was a youth corper, and I was serving in Port Harcourt. And I remember what happened was I was going into a shop one day in Port Harcourt, and I misstepped and fell down. I fell face down, and I hit my chest on the floor on the staircase there. And yeah, I got up, after everybody has, are you okay and all that. I was like, I'm fine except for the pain on the breast. And I went my merry way. And then after like a week or two, I noticed a lump on my breast. I think it's my left breast or so. I can't remember which of the breasts, but I noticed a lump somewhere on my breast. And I became worried. So I decided to go and see a doctor. My parents live in Oka in Anambra State, so I traveled back to Anambra State, traveled back to Oka, and went to the hospital. I went to the general hospital there, and I met the consultant. And when I went in there, I told the consultant that the reason why I'm here is because I noticed this lump on my breast, and it's worrying. He then asked me when I noticed the lump. I told him that I noticed it just, like some few days ago, or like that, and also told him that I had a fall, and I had a fall just about last week or 2 weeks ago, and that was when it was after the fall that I noticed that I had this lump. The doctor said okay, and said he will examine me. Remove your clothes, just take off your shirt and all that, and let me examine you. I took off my clothes and then lay down, and he checked me. After checking me, mind you, this doctor was eating granite when I came in. He was just putting his granite in the mouth in the office, nonchalantly. But I didn't want to dwell on that, but that is really unprofessional, very, very unprofessional. But that's Nigeria for you sometimes. So when he finished examining me, he said that I have a lump, and that lump that he's seeing is not something that just came out last week or last 2 weeks. That lump looks like something that has been there for a long time, like a year. And I was like, no doctor, I don't think so. I've been examining myself. I've never noticed this lump before. He just looked at me and was like, you are not examining yourself well. That is a lump. We need to get it checked out to be sure that it's not cancerous. So I'm going to be booking you for an operation, and you can come in so that I can quickly operate on you, get it out, and then we can take the lump to the lab for examination. I was like, should I cry? I didn't know whether I just started weeping. I'm like, I don't understand, but I didn't notice this. It was like, the earlier you check this, the better, which is true. For breast cancer, the early detection is good and all that, which is true. And then he said he's going to book me in 2 days time to come back. He wrote a note. I think he wrote a note on his clinic where I can go in, or yeah, right? Yeah, I think he wrote a note and told me the clinic and the nurse that I'm going to meet to make my payment and all that, so that I can be operated on in the next 2 days. Yes. He now told me again that, see, this lump has been there, you were not checking yourself well. So I got up and left. I went home. I couldn't tell my parents about it because really I was scared. So I called my cousin, who is a pharmacist, and when I spoke with her, I told her all that happened, all that the doctor said, and she was like, no, now, how can you start going to operate it? No, now, that's too sudden. I think you need a second opinion, Chioma. I think you need to go to another doctor and get a second opinion. And she told me there's a doctor, a consultant that is well known that I can go to in Ogidi, in Anambra State. Ogidi is in Anambra State. It's like maybe 25 to 30 minutes drive from Oka, and I was driving, so I said, oh, of course I will go. But she told me that you have to go early because the earlier you go there, the earlier you see the doctor. If not, you stay there for the whole day. So the next day before 6 o'clock, I stepped out and drove down to Gidi. At least I was one of the first 10 to be there, I think. Yeah, because I was there before 6:30 in the morning. I waited for my appointment, and when it was my turn, I went in to see the doctor. The doctor that I was seeing was a junior doctor, not the consultant that I was expecting to see. I was like, oh, this is not what I wanted. I really wanted to see a consultant because the other doctor is a consultant. So at least let it balance, you know. So when I saw this doctor, I told him that I have a lump on my breast, and that is the reason why I'm here. I didn't tell him I had a fall. I didn't tell him I've gone to another doctor. I just didn't want to disclose anything. I just wanted to just hear what he would say. So he examined me. When he finished examining me, he said, this is not a lump. That's what he said, that this is just breast tissue that is going to disappear maybe in a few days or a few weeks time. I looked at him, I was like, what is breast tissue? And he started explaining. I think he made some explanations. He drew the breast and told me the difference, you know, how a breast is, the breast lump is, and how a breast tissue is. And after doing his explanations, very, very calm doctor, just quiet and calm, explaining. He could see the doubt on my face. So he now said, if you are still doubting, or if you are not satisfied, you can wait and see the chief, and then he can do an ultrasound if that is what you want. But I can assure you there's nothing to be seen. There's nothing there. This is just tissue. I was like, yeah, I want to see the chief. That's the reason why I came, actually. So I was like, I want to see the chief, and then I have to pay for the ultrasound. So he said, that's fine. So he referred me, sent me to where I'm going to go and pay and all that. And then I waited again to see the chief. This is like another 1 hour wait or so. So that was another 1 hour wait, or more than an hour wait for the chief. When I got in, the consultant, that's the chief, like they call him, he used the ultrasound machine to check my breast. He started just, you know, checking, looking at the system. And after, you know, as he was doing it, he was just like, I can't see anything. There's nothing here. I can't see anything. There's nothing. I didn't even stay for more than 10 or 15 minutes in there. He just checked me and said, there's nothing there. I'm sure it will dissolve. If it's still there in 2 weeks time, then you can come back. And that was it. Less than 1 week, the lump on my breast dissolved. I didn't see any lump again. I didn't see anything. I didn't feel anything. And that was how I escaped being taken under the knife, just like that. So the reason why I'm telling this is to show you the importance of examining yourself. You can imagine if I wasn't really sure of myself, or if I haven't been examining myself, I would have just taken what the doctor said, the first doctor said, because I noticed the lump and I went there. I would have just taken that. But because I knew I've been doing my self-examination and all that, it was really doubtful. And I had a reason. I told the doctor I fell down, and I remember I hit my breast on the floor, but he just didn't take that. So it was a good thing that I was doing my breast examination, self-examination. So for this breast cancer awareness, why I'm telling you all this story is for you women to start examining yourself. Be aware of the risks of not examining yourself. I would have wasted money. I would have been cut open by a doctor. I would have been sitting down in pains because it's an operation. They will cut you open. These are the things that would have happened to me if I was not doing my self-examination, if I wasn't, sure of myself. And then another thing is always seek for a second opinion. It's very important. It's really very important. I wouldn't just go into an operation with the opinion of one doctor, especially when I'm in doubt. In this case, if you are sure something is there and your mind is at rest, that the doctor knows what they are saying, that's fine. But with issues like this, especially things that requires procedures, you are going to be cut open, you are going to be put on anesthesia maybe, and all that, it's always good to seek a second opinion. So that's it for today. And if you are still watching and you are still looking at me, please, thank you for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to Mommy's Yum, and also please click that like button, please. That like button is what makes YouTube to suggest this video to other moms like you. So please give me a thumbs up, and thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.